If women didn't offer sex, do you think men would still deal with them? We'll start here. Yes or no? Keep it 1,000.
Sometimes. I don't know. If women didn't offer sex, would men still deal with them?
If women didn't offer sexuality, would men still deal with them?
Well, I want to say no, because I think when you first see somebody, I'm not sure, maybe y'all can answer this, but what do men see? Don't you see appearance, sexuality?
Okay, I'm just asking you what you think.
Yeah.
All right, what about you? Do you think?
Yes.
Why?
Because women were created for beauty in this world. A man needs beauty. Like without women, it's not going to work. Like
So
it
you're
would
arguing
be
sexuality
miserable.
when I asked you a sexuality question?
You said, do men, if a woman did not have vagina, did not have sex, would a man want to talk to her?
Is it
Yes.
if they didn't have a
I think a
vagina at
man
all?
gonna see a woman and be like, damn, like this is a beautiful, like, let me
Queen.
get to know a little bit. Let me find out. Let me try to talk and pick her brain a little bit, at least.
But the reason why men find women beautiful is because they want to have sex with them.
Because that's what's out here all the time. But if sex was not out here and a man seen a woman without sex, without thinking about sex, he would still be curious and go and talk to her, because we need that. Men need that.
Or would he talk to men?
Without women, there would be no beauty. Like if it was just men, like if it was just men, like
I'm just saying,
there's no beauty. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is that if they weren't attracted to them and they didn't offer sex, would men still deal with them?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, what about you?
No,
No. Okay, why?
I don't know. I just think men are in for a few things, and that's one of them.
Okay. What about you?
Yes.
You think so? Why?
Yeah. I think with like my exes in the past that they're more comfortable talking to me about problems or their emotions. I don't know if they talk to their guy friends about that, but that's just my opinion.
Did you have sex with those exes?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I like sex too. So
no, I get that,
yeah.
but I think the conversations that you're talking about that you think they value you for is in fifth place compared to what they're really there for. But that's fine.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you think men would still deal with women if they didn't provide sex?
Yes and no. So we give different perspective to men.
Okay.
So I have a lot of male friends that are just platonic with me. I've never slept with them.
Hold on.
Get
Get platonic. You are them.
Oh, like I make it platonic.
Yeah.
I'm not interested
So
in
then
them.
ultimately,
They're
if-
still trying to sleep with me.
Yeah.
so then they're not your friends.
But
It's not platonic then.
It's not platonic.
okay, so my longest friend, I've been friends with my longest friend for 16 to 17 years.
Oh, he's waiting.
He has a girlfriend.
So
And like I know he loves me, but I can go to him for
He loves
anything.
you. Wait a
But
minute.
it's
This is
probably
a
because he
friendship?
wants to sleep with me.
duh.
But
So he's not your friend then.
Here's a better question. If he wasn't attracted to you and didn't want to sleep with you, do you think he would sit there and tolerate being in the friend zone this long?
no.
There
No,
you
that's
go.
why
There's
I said
your
yes.
answer.
That's why I said yes and no.
There's your answer.
Dang.
What about you?
Yes,
Why?
because you need something more than sex. You can't just have sex in a relationship.
I mean,
Okay, why would men deal with women then?
I mean, then why don't you just deal with men then? If it's for the sex, then you just
Men don't have pussies.
She said sex
Yeah.
is sex, though.
They got
And-
booty
sex.
holes.
They got
and don't you deal with females just for sex?
yeah.
Okay.
Around Chris W.
Okay, W.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you think men would deal with women if it weren't for sex?
Oh yes.
Why?
Women have personalities. You feel me?
You said,
Yes.
you said women have personalities?
Yes.
Who do you think is more interesting in general, men or women?
Women.
Women.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Women.
So you saying men would just be around each other all day? every
Yes,
day?
they would. I
No.
believe so.
Yes.
Like,
I've
really?
seen them.
Because
I've
you have
every
to
day.
think about it.
No.
Everything that a guy names off, they want to be homeboys.
No.
They want to be with their homeboys.
What man, what homeboy gonna be like, all right, let me
That's
be
not a man, though.
gentle
That's not a
today.
real man.
Let me
If
be,
you wanna
let me be nurturing today. Like men don't have that instilled in them. And a man needs nurturing and like a caring woman, a listening ear. Like men don't, I mean, I
Okay,
don't know.
well,
Men
let's
they
let her
run each
finish. So
other.
you said because women have, what was that again?
We have personalities. Not everything has to be about sex.
Really?
Yes, like you could find somebody funny. Like you.
What do you think is going to be a more evaluated conversation? A man
About
talking with
sex?
another man or a man talking with a woman?
A man talking with another man.
To me, a man talking to a woman, because we have such different worlds. Like you don't understand. Like girls, you know,
Okay.
it's
What
a
in the
different
girl
world from
world,
being a man to a woman.
Okay, explain to me why getting a female perspective is so valuable as you would say?
To get a female perspective,
Yeah.
why is it so valuable?
That's what you're arguing.
Why
right?
is it not? It's a female. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a female, if you're a
Who do
guy.
you think lives a harder life, men or women in 2023?
Man.
Man.
Men.
Okay.
That's true, men.
So if a man lives a harder life, what value can he possibly derive from an individual that lives life at a way easier level?
You think women have it
Checkmate,
easy?
bro. This is...
You think
Men have a lot more in common.
men
so
will-
Hold on,
of
stop the
course
show.
they're
Stop the
gonna-
show. Stop the show. Did I did not ask approximately 10 seconds ago who lives a harder life, men or women, and you said men?
Yes. It's true. Yes.
Okay,
Men
so
work
why-
in construction, men do
So
all that.
why would a man get more value talking to an individual that lives an easier life than talking to another individual that lives the same difficult life?
He was born from a woman.
Let her
I
answer.
guess. Exactly. Like at the end of the
Being
day,
born from a
women give
Clearly you need
birth.
that.
Like that's way more complicated than anything
You need
else.
that.
How did you giving birth help a man? Like, for
You
example,
give him a family. You give him a home. You give him a foundation, like something to look up for every day, to wake up, to work, to make money. Like
Okay,
You
let me
need
ask this one more time because you guys are clearly reacting with your emotions versus logic and
No.
rationale, which is why this conversation proves my point even further. I asked you, what value is a man going to get from having a conversation with a woman? And you're like, well, the female perspective is important. And I said, okay, cool. Let me ask you this. Who lives a harder life, men or women? You all agree that men live a harder life than women do. So then I went ahead and said, well, if men live a harder life than women, why would a guy get more benefit talking to a female versus talking to a male who lives the same difficult experience? And you guys rebutted that with saying you came from a woman.
Take the load
See how
off.
stupid that sounds?
I
Take the
think
load
You
off.
came from a woman.
I think that sometimes men talking to men, it's hard for them because as a society, men have to be hard for us, right? So sometimes when my guy friends they've confided in their guy friends are like, it's not that hard. Like, you just got to push through it. And they're kind of sugarcoating it for those guys. They don't really push through what's going on in their head. And sometimes when they talk to a female, the female can say, you need to get help. You need to do this. You need to do that. We give a different perspective.
notice you're pushing the responsibility on somebody else. He needs help from you, but you notice what you're doing. You're pushing it to somebody else. So as a man, I'm so straight up, yo, bro, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Well, I mean, I did that when I was
Who's
talking
more
to-
likely to tell the truth about your deficiency, a man or a woman?
I've definitely always told the truth, but typically men.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be fair to say that if you have a problem, it's better to get the truth than get a comforting lie?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, who's more likely to tell you the cold hard truth, a man or a woman?
A man.
There you go. Now going back to you. So your response was you came from a woman. I don't know how that defeats my argument, but do you have anything else to say?
You give birth.
Because you admitted yourself that
Clearly.
men live a harder life. So I'm saying, why talk to someone that lives life on easy mode when you could talk to someone else that lives life on hard mode and you guys can bond on that and come up with a solution?
Then go ahead, talk to a man. Like at the end of the day, like it's so
Ay,
many
Dios
like
mío.
sí, están dando tremenda vuelta. Like at the end of the day, like I said, men are curious about women. Like men are curious about women. Or why do you want to be with a man? You
So
when
do
you
you
see
think-
a female, you
Okay, do you think a woman is going to give better dating advice than a man? Is that what you're trying to say?
better dating advice.
Because you said men are curious about women. Are you saying that a woman might be able to give you better tips to get a girl?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah. Women can. Bueno, a girl can help a man get a girl, whatever.
What do you think is
feel me?
better? Asking a girl how to be attractive or asking another man who's good with women how to get a girl?
I guess that's the man. He's the man, no?
I mean, what do you think is going to be more productive? Asking a girl or asking a guy?
Women know what
No bueno.
another girl likes. You feel me? Like,
So you think picking up girls is easy?
do I think thinking? No. Bueno, it depends.
I
These
do.
hoes these days. It's different. Now we talking.
What type of woman we talking about?
Yeah.
Quality or
Women in general.
non-quality?
Women
it's not
in
supposed to
general.
be easy.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be easy.
So who's better to give advice on getting girls, men or women?
What a lost soul.
Yeah, every argument you bring up, I'm just like, okay, well, realistically speaking, women aren't that great at that as you think they are.
Okay, then go to a man for advice. Like, let's see where would that get you. Like, okay, yeah, a man could be experienced with female, but
okay, you have
Men
a
know how to manipulate a woman into their panties and stuff because that's their goal. They know how to manipulate. You know, you want advice, you go to a
female
man.
can help you get to the girl's heart. A man can help you get to the guy's dick. I mean,
That's
get to the girl's pussy. I mean,
Right.
Really? Let me ask you a question. If I'm going to go fishing, is it better for me to ask the salmon how to catch it, or to ask the fisherman how to catch it?
as the fisherman, glad.
So therefore,
The
when it be-
fishermen know all the tricks.
so by your own admission, it's better to talk to the fisherman than the fish, correct?
Yes,
So therefore, it is better to talk to men on how to attract women than women.
I guess.
How to get them in their bed. Yeah, men know all the tricks.
Very interesting. They just don't want to admit that
Admit
they're
it,
wrong.
yeah.
This is great. Wow. Female nature in 4K right now for y'all, man. Women never want to admit when they're taking L's. You've been taking L's all the time, huh?
What about women who think like men?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Ah,
a
no,
girl
I-
can help you get a.
No, so I agree with you, Myron. I do agree with you. I think men to men should be talking about that. But what about a
Right.
girl who, like myself? I've helped a lot of my guy friends get girlfriends because I kind of have their mentality sometimes.
Exactly.
But I would expect my male friends to go to their male friends first.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If
You know
somebody,
what's funny? You call them friends. If you thought like a man, you know that they're not your friend.
Well, some of them
What are you saying right
some
now?
of them I have slept with. Some of them. Just my longest friend I haven't slept with.
Then they're not your friends.
I mean, they got like girls now and everything, and we're still friends.
That's awkward.
Okay.
I mean,
Anyway,
they
I
definitely
think,
don't like you. Man.
I think in general, most women don't know what it takes to be attractive to other women. A lot of times a female can only speak from her own limited perspective of what she finds attractive. But in general, I mean, and we could play a game if you guys really want to see how little women know about being attractive. But yeah, in general, I've realized that women don't give good dating advice at all.
I think the only reason I said that was because I do go after men and women. So like I know what I'm looking for in a woman.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant because do you think a woman that's bisexual has the same demands of a woman that she also has of a man?
No, absolutely not.
So null and void your experience.
Yeah.
Because when you're looking at a girl, you're not going to hold her to the same standards that you hold them to a man. And as a matter of fact, the whole reason I even asked that question is for me to come to this conclusion. I'm going to be very honest about this. You guys might not like it, but I'll turn it to you guys. I think women are fairly useless outside of sex. If I'm going to be all the way 1,000, women don't offer much value to you unless they either A, are fucking you and they respect you so that you can put them to work to do something for you and actually add value outside of sex, or B, they work for you directly and you're paying them. But other than that, women really don't offer men much value. That's why I tell guys, don't have female friends because they're not going to give you that much value in return. You're better off hanging out with guys, having male friends, because you guys experience the same bullshit. You guys experience the same adversity. You're able to identify on that and work together to overcome it versus a female doesn't understand your experience. Most women don't understand the male experience at all, which I'm not knocking you guys for it. But the reality is that men live life on hard mode. Women live life on easy mode. I can't go ahead and make an OnlyFans and make 10K selling feet pictures. I don't have that available to me. I can't just be very pretty and get a man to rescue me. It's not happening. It's on my own. And I think as someone who needs to be able to grab themselves from the bootstraps, you're better off being around men that are going to tell you how the world really works versus women who are going to say some bullshit like go see a therapist or whatever. Depression isn't real. You're just a loser.
I disagree with
I
that.
have
My
a
ex-husband was bipolar and he was crazy. Like there was even
I didn't talk about bipolar.
but that's
not
mental
depression.
illness. That is
It's not
depression. Bipolar
It has
There's-
two
it
sides.
has depression.
Depression is a stage of life.
So there's different.
No,
Depression is a
there
stage of life.
There
That
is
was the biggest
different-
reach I've seen in a long time.
bipolar depression.
Two
He had
different things.
he had
Two
depression.
completely different things.
Bipolarism
I wanna
is a
know something,
disorder.
so-
It's not depression.
So anyway, do you guys have any takes on that about what I said? I don't know if you agree, disagree, whatever. I know it doesn't sound the best, but I genuinely don't think women offer that much value. And I've noticed this with bisexual women. If they're bisexual, they almost always will maybe have a phase with women, but they'll go back to men for long term. And then even women that are lesbian, they typically regress back to men after a period of time being lesbian. And I genuinely think the reason for that, right? This is speculation, open to you guys debate if you want. I think the reason for that is because men offer way more value. So if you're going to be in a relationship with someone, at least be with someone that's stronger than you, could protect you, could provide for you, provision for you, be more logically sound. You don't have to deal with their bullshit hormones and emotions. They're going to be a lot more rational and stable than another female. That's what I've come to realize. And I genuinely think women don't offer much value unless you're fucking them.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So since you believe that, do you believe that if you had the option, you would live in a world where you just chill with the homies, period, that's it? You would not choose to see one female, not one day, for the rest of your life?
Well, I told you before that women provide sexual access. So yeah. But if I'm talking about having genuine conversation, talking about
for
things,
your life to be successful and
Yeah.
to be great and amazing,
100% men.
would you completely push out women for your life to be great?
Well, here's
You
the
will
thing.
completely omit women
If
for
you,
your life to be great, because
Can I
women
answer the
don't add no
question?
value. Yeah.
if a man actually does want to be extremely successful, he's going to have to go through a period of time where he doesn't focus on females, because females are 100% a liability.
I agree.
The whole process of courting and dealing with women in itself is extremely time consuming, monetarily consuming, and can fuck with your energy. So as a man, you need to take that and channel it into being productive. Every guy that I know that does nothing but chase women throughout their life ends up either broke, depressed, sad, whatever it may be, because women are expensive to maintain and deal with.
Okay.
I would argue
So now,
because and I'll say this real quick. The reason why is because women are designed to extract resources.
I understand
Men
that.
are designed to create resources. Women are designed to extract resources. And even at the highest levels, let's say you got a girl that's a millionaire, makes a lot of money. She still wants a man that makes 1.5, 1.2, 1.3. No matter how much security a woman could provide to herself, she still expects a man to bring more to the table than herself. So that proves my point that regardless of how much security a woman has, she still wants more. So as the guy, you have to be able to take periods of time off, right, from females to focus on you and build the castle, and then they will come, because women don't build, they move in.
And I would argue that
Hmm.
once again, men and women should be together. I think that's the optimal standpoint. However,
Absolutely.
I would just say as well in that same sentence that most men would prefer to have women in life. However, it's kind of like it's a luxury dating women. It's a luxury because
Mhm.
you want to be successful, you want to be that man of status, that man of value. But if
Every
you
man
take too much
wants a
time
woman.
dating women at the very beginning, it can mess you up. So here's a very good point there.
Matter of fact,
Absolutely.
we tell guys don't live with a girl.
Yeah.
Dealing with
Yeah,
women of
I
the
agree.
world, absolutely. But you used to be, or you used to want to be a pastor, because I seen a little clip. So you know about a
Me?
woman of God, right? So you know about women of God.
Yeah, Myron.
I think that's
So women of God.
Come on, Myron. Come on, man.
I seen it on this show. Somebody.
Yeah, Myron. She's seen it, Myron.
So you know. So you know.
Pastor Myron. Go on, Myron. Amen.
So
it's
you
actually
know-
Fresh that wanted to be the pastor.
Okay, Fresh. So Fresh, you know, and y'all homeboys.
Yeah.
This guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you know that there's a different type of woman apart from the women of the world.
Yes.
Okay, then. So you know that woman, she got everything you need, and you have access to her. You can get her if you want to. You're gonna be a successful man and have plus things you can't even
With
think
her.
about. You know that,
But even that woman requires a man to be a man of value.
and you would be perfect for her.
Yeah,
You
but-
know that.
Okay, but to find a woman nowadays is almost impossible. You can do it, but it's going to take
She
time.
missed the whole point.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We
Yo,
talking about
like,
not a
this
woman
is-
of the world now. You
Oh,
know what I'm
man.
talking about. Not a woman of the world.
Yeah, but even then though, you still need the qualities and the standards that she's going to want a man of certain status to be that man of God for her still. So I mean, either way, you still got to provide.
Exactly, but you have access to her, but you have to build yourself up, right, to be ready for her.
Exactly.
Exactly. So both of y'all gonna come like this.
But hold on, he's saying before you even get there, how do you become that man of status? You have to
you
work,
work
towards
on
it.
yourself, right?
Without
And
women,
then you
without women in your sight.
right now, if every woman on the earth was a woman of God, right? I mean, this would be a different
not
type
likely.
conversation,
Not
but
likely.
but you would have to work on yourself apart from the women of the world to get that woman of God that got everything that you could ever imagine.
Like you said.
But you need that woman of God. You need that woman. The
No,
women
well-
of the earth are distractions.
Well, all right,
right?
stop the show.
You don't
Right?
This is what I mean when I say women live life on easy mode.
Yeah.
See, what you're talking about is the finish line.
Yeah.
We're talking about preparing for the race in the first place.
Mhm.
You're talking about the finish line. The girl's going to be there waiting for the winner. What I'm saying is I'm preparing the guy to run the race in the fucking first place. You must build yourself up to even be able to enter the race, to cross the finish line and have the woman pick you. But women don't understand this because women are not made. Men are. Women are born with value. Men must create their value. Women get their value as soon as they turn 18. They can go in and find a guy that's a multimillionaire successful. We don't get that privilege. We have to actually run the race, and then whoever's there at the end can pick the winner from the finish line. So you're assuming attraction. I'm telling you the attraction doesn't even come into play unless I cross the finish line.
You don't understand what I'm talking about.
Depends.
When I'm talking about a relationship in the spirit, not the flesh, people of the world, You don't want no women while you're building yourself up, because those women of the world are distractions, like he was
That's
saying,
what we just said.
distractions.
Yeah.
Right. But while you're building yourself up, the Lord can give you your woman while you building yourself up.
Yes, he can, but it doesn't always happen that way.
It doesn't always happen that
So-
way, but you
so-
don't know your story until
so
you live it.
generally-
Look. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable?
Exactly.
No, hold
No.
on. But this is the difference between men and women.
Yeah.
Women operate in Looney Tune world where it's possible. We don't operate on that. We operate on probabilities.
You don't believe
Not-
it ain't gonna happen for you.
Look, man. See, only women get this privilege of saying
Believe,
crazy
Myron,
shit.
believe.
If you believe, you
It's
got
gonna
access
come,
to it. If you
and
don't believe, you don't have
I am in the
access.
spirit world, all this other shit. Look, I don't know what spirit world you're in, but I live on planet Earth. And in planet Earth, I go off of probabilities and not possibilities. Just because something is possible doesn't mean it's probable. So for me to increase the probability of success, I need to put myself in a position to increase those probabilities. Women get to go ahead and say, oh, well, it's possible, and the man's out there for me, all this other shit. Men don't get to live in this fairy tale world. We have to go make it happen, not hope for it to happen.
I understand
and
your point
also-
of view.
and
I
also,
understand
just
that.
to
It's
conclude
not even a
this-
point of view. It's the masculine burden of performance that women are not held to. So therefore you're unaware of. And this is why I say, no offense, this conversation here, we've been talking past each other. Why? Because you don't understand the masculine experience. And a lot of girls don't understand it. So what the hell do I look like talking to women that live in spirit worlds? I'm better off talking to a guy who's on planet Earth that understands my struggles, understands the burden of performance, understands that we need to get out there and fucking get it. And we can't
I get
rely
that.
on a spirit world.
You don't
or
believe
whatever it
women
may be.
exist like
Right.
that?
You're gonna click up with a man that's of the world, and y'all gonna grind
No,
together
no,
and
man.
Exactly.
I get it.
No,
You
here's-
got
There's
them
women that
together.
actually
Look,
want things
you guys
for
have said some
themselves.
nonsensical things during this podcast. For example, we asked you your relationship status. You said in spirit, I'm XYZ. You ever hear men speak like that?
Because you don't believe. Men
No,
don't really
no.
believe. Some
But
men
wait,
believe.
I'm asking you, do you ever hear men listen?
Yes, I do.
Speaking like that and or talking about their horoscopes or
do.
stars and rocks and all this other shit?
Yes, I do.
I've
Successful
had-
men?
Yes, I do.
I've had-
Successful men?
They successful. Yeah,
No,
they
that's a
successful.
no.
The
Yes,
answer
they
to that
are.
is
It's
no.
successful.
It doesn't
I just
matter
watched somebody on
about
Instagram
what-
The
yesterday.
answer to that is no, and I'm going to tell you why. All millionaire men typically have very similar characteristic traits, and
They
one of the
toxic.
biggest ones, whatever, that's your opinion, but one of the biggest ones is understanding that they have to go out there and get it and make it happen. Nothing in the spirits and all this other bullshit, reading tarot cards. Women believe in that bullshit because you guys have the privilege of being in a Looney Tune world.
I have to grind. I don't
Men-
got nobody giving me money. I
Look,
have
man,
to grind. I
look,
have to do it myself same way.
That's fine.
Same way.
That's fine. But the burden of performance is not the same on me as it is on you. You can still get saved by a guy. I can't. So that's why I'm telling
It
you.
hasn't happened yet.
If I ask the man,
it don't happen. Men
can
don't
you please
say
stop interrupting? If I ask the man, what's your relationship status? 9 out of 10 times, they would never say some crazy shit like, in spirit, I'm blah, blah, blah. But women say crazy stuff like this all the time, and no one says anything because women
That's
are
the
allowed to be in a Looney Tune world in general, being honest here.
That's the beauty of women, because we have the beauty. We can access the
Yo,
spirit.
No,
We're intuitive.
you have the beauty, so you can
Men
be
are
retarded.
logical. Men are logical. Women
No,
are
no, no.
intuitive.
Look.
Intuition is a thing for
no,
a reason.
No,
Men don't
women
have that.
can say stupid shit
So if
because
it's
men
only
want to
men-
have sex with them. That's why.
If it was only men, there would
Yo,
be no intuition, and I don't even know what
in a
kind of world that would
berserk
be.
world,
Yeah, bro.
Berserk.
Like, yo,
You saying that, but you wanted to be his pastor. Like, you know what I'm talking
Bro,
about.
you're
You
skipping-
agree
No, no.
that the Lord can
No.
prepare a woman the same way
no,
you would
she
be
agree,
preparing.
but-
Me, I'm a woman, and I'm preparing for my husband. I'm
See-
in the flesh, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm not having
But
sex.
see-
I'm praying
but
every day
preach.
for my
But
husband
see,
that I don't
preach,
even
queen.
haven't
You're
seen
You
him
got
yet.
it, queen.
You're skipping
You
the
know
line.
exactly what I'm
No,
talking
but
about.
you're missing the whole point here, though.
Amen.
You
So,
can't-
so you a man that
Are you
don't
gonna
have
talk?
God?
Are you gonna talk? God damn, man.
Absolutely.
So,
Okay.
so I get what you're saying.
I don't understand
100%.
what I'm saying, but it's okay. It's all right.
However,
no, we understand. That's
You
why
don't
we're able
understand.
to refute your
You don't
points and argue
understand.
it. No,
no, I understand.
You said Looney Tunes. You don't understand then.
I understand completely.
anyone that says in spirits I'm with married to whatever, and then like you said some nonsensical stuff earlier. Like if a dude said that, we would laugh at him and be like,
Yeah.
"You're fucking retarded, nigga. What are you
Because
talking
men are
about?"
logical,
But we don't-
naturally.
Okay, so logically sound means I need to be on planet
Naturally.
Earth and understand how things work.
Naturally, women are intuitive for a reason. It's for a reason.
Okay.
Naturally.
I'm just gonna be very brutally honest about this. Women say stupid shit all the time because men rarely check them on it and they want to fuck them. That's why women get away with saying, "My crystals tell me this."
See, we talking about crystals
Oh,
are different.
Is she in
We
spirit,
not-
all right?
Yeah.
Listen,
We
you
talking
talking about
about
in
study, fam?
spirit. In spirit don't have
First, you were
nothing
saying
to
something.
do
Go
with
ahead.
crystals. You know that. Crystals don't have no part in spirit. You know that. So you
okay.
saying that you're talking about something you don't know.
Chat, put a 1 if you study.
All I'm saying is that yes, you can find a woman of God that can help you along your path.
Absolutely.
However, it is not a requirement because in the Bible it says as
Not a
well,
requirement.
you can choose to be married or not. It's not like you have to be married or have to find a woman. It can happen. It can not happen. I'm just saying.
We're here as a plus.
But
basically.
I'm just saying, as a man, though, from a holistic standpoint, you want to be good in fitness, mindset, money, status, and by default, you're going to find a woman of value that way as well. But just wishing and hoping God's going to give it to you, I mean, that's good and all, but without works, what's the faith?
You have to do the work. Like me, like I said, I've been fasting and
but that's the
praying.
point. You went from 0 to 100. We're going from 0, 5, 10, 15, all the way to 100 as a man. It takes time. It takes steps.
Patience. Patience is key.
Okay.
I mean,
You can't stretch your patience unless you
I mean,
want that
like, to be
woman
real
of God.
here, you know, when I brought you to the podcast, I didn't really look at your bio. I saw your face. All right, she's all right. You know what I'm saying? But men hit me up all the time. Hey, Chris, can I come on the podcast? I'm like, what do you do? What's going on with you? So I have to really vet the guys. And I never bring guys on fresh to that shit. You know, fresh markets for the guys, more or less. And for girls, I'm like, yo, you look hot. Let me see your tits. All right, cool.
And I'm still sexy, and I'm a woman of God. I'm sexy. I'm here for a reason.
I mean, all right.
I'm sexy
Well, long story short, faith without works is dead. Okay, some more chats here, bro.
without works, and I work. That we talking about working. If you're a man, you want to be successful, right? And you want that perfect woman, you can get that perfect woman, but you got to work for it. That means what? You got to fast every day, little stuff.
Well, I'll tell you this though. You can get a woman.
You can get that, but if you don't believe,
but for her to be perfect, just form to your image and to your likeness. So, for example, she can come to you, but you still got to mold her to be that woman for you. So